The free-to-play characters in Honkai Star Rail are starting to really, like, look really good. I'm not going to lie on that, guys. I think that the DPSs in general are looking very cool, and I don't think anybody could argue about that, especially because it's the free-to-play characters. One character in particular we're going to talk about is, I feel, one of the better AoE characters, at least at the start of the game, especially since it's going to be free to play, and that is going to be Herta. That's right, Herta. Now, before we get into that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinions on Herta, especially at the end of this video. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Herta is going to be a 4-star Ice Element character in the Erudition path. Now, when we look at this path chart right here, or not really path chart, but a list of paths, the Erudition path is characters of this path have exponential multi-target AoE damage. Use their abilities at the right time to turn the tide of battle. That is going to be crucial for, you know, Herta here, because again, you want to make sure that you're utilizing her abilities to the best of your knowledge. I highly recommend that you pay attention to a lot of the stuff Herta is able to do, because it's going to be based off of HP percentages. Now, let's first talk about her skills. Her first skill we already kind of know. It's the same as every other skill. What are you looking at? Deals ice damage equal to 50, 100, and 110% of Herta's attack to a single enemy. Spoiler alert, since she's a DPS, you're gonna want to focus more on attack percentage, because it's not going to say anything about, you know, HP when it pertains to her and her scaling, or at least not that I've seen. So, one-time offer, her skill deals ice damage equal to 50, 100, and 110% of Herta's attack to all enemies. If the enemy's HP is at 50% of their max HP or higher, damage dealt to this target increases by 20%. That's crucial. Very crucial. You'll know why soon. It's magic. I added some magic, which is her ultimate, deals ice damage equal to 120, 200%, or 260% of Herta's attack to all enemies. Again, she's going to be an AoE damager. Sorry, very tired. Let me get a little bit of Dr. Pepper here. But she's going to be an AoE damager, which is going to produce a lot of damage in general. And here's one of the reasons why here. I'll take a swing. When an ally's attack causes an enemy's HP to fall to 50% of their max HP or lower, Herta will launch a follow-up attack dealing ice damage equal to 25, 40, 43% of Herta's attack to all enemies. This is crucial because, again, in her skill that we saw, if the enemy's HP is 50%, is at 50% of their max HP or higher, she's going to do damage 20%. So in this one, you want to make sure that they're lower than their max HP, because you're going to do 25, 40, and 43%. So at least you know when it's above 50%, you got a certain multiplier, and then when it's below 50%, you have a certain multiplier. But we're not done. It could still be optimized for the technique. After using her technique, Herta's attack increases by 40% for 3 turns in the next battle. That's crucial again because she's going to scale off of attack percentage. It's fantastic. It's a win-win. Traces. Efficiency. The damage boost effect of Herta's skill on enemies with high HP increases to an additional 25%. Now, you're looking at Herta, and with her skill, you're producing 45%. 45% is crazy because, again, now you want to keep them above 50% HP, or at least that first additional attack. But you know that at least you'll have that 43% if you max out this talent. Puppet, which Herta's resistance to crowd control debuffs increases by 35%. If you're looking to keep Herta from getting debuffed, there you go. Perfect example right there. And then, of course, Freeze. Herta's ultimate deals 20% more damage to frozen enemies. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Eidolons. I haven't looked at these, to be quite honest, so we're going to move my camera back over. Come here. Boom. We're going to move my camera back over here. So, as you can see right here, the Eidolon 3 and the Eidolon 5 every single time is going to be talent level up, so we're not worried about that.
Kick you when you're down. This is Eidolon 1. If the enemy's HP is at 50% of their max HP or less, Herta's basic attack deals an additional ice damage equal to 20% of Herta's attack. So now your regular standard attack is getting that 20% extra damage, which you need because you want to be able to do as much damage when you're having to do that single attack, because you're not always going to be using your skill, you're not always going to be using your ultimate, so it's perfect. Triumph in Pursuit. Herta's crit rate increases by 3% every time her talent is triggered. That's big, because again, you're wanting to do as much damage as you can, so your main focuses are attack, crit rate, crit damage. Easy peasy, easy to understand. Hit where it hurts. Herta's level 4 Eidolon. Herta's damage increases by 10% when her talent is triggered. So when the talent is triggered, you're not only getting 3% of crit rate every time it triggers, but you're getting a 10% increase in attack. And then No One Can Betray Me. After using Herta's ultimate, her attack increases by 25% for 1 turn. She's getting a bunch of attack buffs just by getting all of, you know, the Eidolon, so the extras. So it's crazy how much she can do. Now let's go ahead and talk about the relics. Guard of Withering Snow is her best set, by far. 2-piece increases ice damage by 12%. 5-piece also does the same thing, but the 4-piece increases the wearer's attack. Oh, sorry. Increases the wearer's attack by 50%, and the damage dealt to frozen enemies is increased by 20%. So if you combine that, right? Where is it? With this, the freeze, you're doing 45% extra damage to frozen enemies. That's crucial because, again, every aspect of Herta plays into the whole spectrum of Herta. It's crazy how consistent this character is, in my personal opinion. But you can also play into the, where is it? The Musketeer of Wild Wheat, which the 2-piece and the 5-piece are increases attack by 15%, so 30% increase. And then when the wearer uses basic attack, increase the wearer's attack by 20% and speed by 10%. Now, here's my suggestion if you want to do a kind of conjoined set. I say if you're going to do a conjoined set instead of just a regular set, do the 4-piece of Guard of Withering Snow just so that you can get that ice damage and also the other stuff, and then do a 2-piece of Musketeer of Wild Wheat to get an extra attack percentage of 50%. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I would say that this is a very good option. I need to test it myself when I actually get into the game. So now let's go ahead and talk about light cones. The best one for her is this one, the Birth of the Self. Increases damage dealt by the wearer's follow-up attacks by 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48%. If the current HP of the targeted enemy is below 50% of their max HP, increases damage dealt by follow-up attacks by an extra 16, 20, 24, 28, and 32%. Very crucial. But I will say her best in slot is actually going to be the 5-star Knight on the Milky Way. For every enemy on the field, increases the wearer's attack by 8, 10, 12, 14, and 60% up to 5 times. Which means that you're getting an 80% increase at the max level of Knight of Milky Way if you get all 5 that you need to refine it up all the way there. 80% for every enemy on the field. Now, granted, it does decrease over time with how many enemies, you know, you're defeating, but that initial 80% at the start of turn is ridiculous. And that's not even the last of it. When an enemy is inflicted with a weakness break, the wearer's damage increases by 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48% for 1 turn. That's absurd. That's just absurd to me how much they powered up Herta as a free-to-play character. I think she's going to be one of the best AoE characters you could have on the field, with the ability, because Ice, from what I remember, Ice was very crucial with a lot of enemies. So you're going to want to use an Ice character for sure, especially since she could freeze, and that's pretty dang good to me, in my personal opinion. So Herta's going to be great. I think that you guys will love her. So honestly, can't wait to play as her in Honkai Star Rail.
Now guys, of course, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. Guys, let me know, did you guys like this video? Tell me in the comments. Do you like Herta? Do you think Herta's gonna be great? Or have you played as Herta and it's not as good as it seems? Want to hear your guys' opinions on it. But anyways, love you all to death. And as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Please take care and be safe, y'all.